Have you noticed our true and deep need for human connection with each other? And hasn't it been an interesting time, especially over the last couple of years with all the lockdowns and the separation? The true need for connection has never gone away. And I think now we need it more than ever. There's a study that I love to reference that's done in America. It went over about 60, 70 years. And it was trying to answer the question, what is the real meaning of life? What gives us fulfillment? What allows us to say, you know what, I've lived a pretty good life? And what they found was that the number one contributor to having a fulfilled life was the quality of the relationships that we have. Now, the interesting thing about relationships is it's a body of knowledge that we need to be educated in. A lot of people think that it's just natural. You just go about and you naturally make great friends, you naturally fall in love, you naturally build a family. And I couldn't be further from the truth. We need to learn. You know, I'm a new father. I've got a 9-month-old son. I did a course before I brought my son home to educate us on how do we manage the new world. And gosh, it was so useful. I've done so much education as a coach, learning specifically about things like how to talk about your emotions. You know, as a man, I, like most men, had learned to suppress my emotions and not talk about them, to get over it, to not be too sensitive. And so I want you to have a think about it in your life. How much time have you spent? Maybe if you think about your schooling, how many classes did you go to on how to open up, on how to be more emotionally connected to others, about how to be vulnerable? So this is the thing when it comes to emotions. Proximity to people is not equal to a feeling of connection. You can be around people all the time and feel disconnected. Robin Williams has a wonderful quote, which is that there's only one thing worse than being alone, and it's being in a room of people and still feeling alone. And so what's the answer? Well, the answer is education. It's learning about this thing called intimacy. Into me you see. To learn how to be vulnerable, to learn how to open up and not just sit on the surface in our relationships, but learn how to go deeper with each other. That's what we need now more than ever. And it's one of my favorite things about being a coach is to be able to share that with others, to be able to be a demonstration of that inside my family, and to guide others to be able to open up and ultimately learn to love each other even more.